We are halfway through May 2026, and it is time for the brutally honest update that nobody in personal finance content gives you often enough. Not the highlight reel, not the version where everything went perfectly and the numbers look clean, and the savings total is exactly what the plan said it would be. The real version, the one where some things worked beautifully, some things fell apart in the second week, and the total saved so far is real and documented and worth sharing because the honest number is more useful to you than a polished one that does not reflect how savings challenges actually go when real life is happening simultaneously. 3 separate savings challenges were running in parallel this month, and each one produced a different outcome for completely different reasons that are worth understanding individually before we get to the combined total that is sitting in the cash stuffing envelopes right now. The first challenge was the $50 weekly grocery budget challenge that started on the 1st of May with a full pantry audit and a meal plan built before a single dollar was spent. Week 1 was the strongest week. The system was fresh, the planning was meticulous, and the discipline that comes with the beginning of any new commitment was fully available and working in the background of every purchasing decision made at the store. Week 1 total came in at $47.20. Under budget, every meal planned was eaten, 0 food waste. The feeling at the end of week 1 was genuinely motivating in a way that is difficult to manufacture artificially, and that only comes from seeing a real number that proves the approach is working as intended. Week 2 is where honesty requires a different kind of reporting. A social obligation appeared midweek that had not been on the calendar when the meal plan was built on Sunday. People came over. The planned meal was not sufficient for the additional guests. A supplementary grocery run happened on Wednesday evening that added $19 to the week 2 total and pushed the weekly budget significantly above the $50 target for the first time. Total for week 2 came to $61.40, over budget by $11.40. The important thing about that number is what it represents and what it does not represent. It does not represent failure of the overall challenge. It represents 1 week where life produced a circumstance that the original plan did not account for, and where the response was to spend what was genuinely needed rather than to create a social situation that would have cost far more in relationship terms than the $11 saved by rigidly adhering to a budget that was built before the week's actual requirements were known. The second challenge running this month was the cash stuffing system applied across 5 spending categories with physical envelopes labeled groceries, entertainment, personal care, household supplies, and the emergency fund contribution that has been the target of consistent monthly effort for the past 4 months now. The cash stuffing system is producing results that the digital equivalent simply does not replicate, and the reason is completely psychological rather than mathematical. When the entertainment envelope runs low in the second week of the month, the visual reality of physically thin envelope produces a spending behavior change that a low number on a banking app screen does not produce with anything close to the same reliability or consistency across different moods and different levels of daily stress. The entertainment envelope for May started with $60 in physical cash on the 1st of the month. As of the mid-month update, it contains $22. $38 spent on entertainment across 2 weeks is within the planned allocation, and the remaining $22 is visible, tangible, and creating a natural restraint on the second half of the month that requires no additional willpower to maintain, because the physical limitation is doing that work automatically without any mental effort required. The emergency fund envelope has received contributions in every month since the system started 4 months ago. This month's contribution of $75 was the first envelope filled on the 1st of May. Before any discretionary spending decisions were made for the month, that sequencing, putting the savings envelope first before the spending envelopes receive any attention, is the single most impactful structural change made to this financial system since the cash-stuffing approach began, and the compounding effect of 4 consecutive months of consistent emergency fund contributions is now visible in a total that is beginning to feel genuinely meaningful rather than symbolic. The third challenge this month was the No New Clothes Challenge, a commitment to purchasing 0 new clothing items across the entire month of May, regardless of sales, regardless of genuine wear on existing items, and regardless of the social pressure that comes from visible promotional content across every platform used daily throughout the week. Halfway through May, the No New Clothes Challenge remains unbroken, not because it has been effortless. There were 2 specific moments in the first 2 weeks where the temptation to make a purchase was real and specific and attached to a genuine item rather than an abstract desire to spend money on something new. Both moments were navigated using the 24-hour rule, which produced the same result it has produced consistently in every previous application of it this year. The desire did not survive the waiting period intact. The items were not purchased. The money that would have left the account stayed in it and was redirected into the emergency fund envelope, where it is now doing something considerably more useful than sitting in a retailer's revenue figures for the month of May. Combined savings total across all 3 challenges as of the mid-month update is $142.60 saved, redirected, or protected from spending that would otherwise have happened automatically without any of these structures in place to interrupt it. The month is not finished. The challenges are not complete. The honest update is that progress is real, imperfect, and worth continuing every single day.